Modern military technology has evolved beyond what most people can imagine. Nations are no longer just competing in terms of army size or number of tanks. They're racing toward autonomous systems, cyber weapons, and global surveillance tools. In this script, we'll explore the cutting-edge weapons and futuristic concepts that are redefining warfare in the 21st century. Let's start with drones. Unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, have transformed how wars are fought. Once seen as surveillance tools, drones are now fully weaponized. Countries like the United States, China, Turkey, and Israel have developed drones capable of carrying precision-guided munitions. The Turkish Bayraktar TB2, for example, played a critical role in recent conflicts, delivering powerful strikes while remaining cheap and expendable compared to fighter jets. Then there are loitering munitions, also known as kamikaze drones. These drones can circle an area for hours, waiting for a target to appear. Once locked in, they dive down and destroy the target in a single explosive impact. Systems like the Israeli Harop or the US Switchblade are already being deployed in real-world scenarios. Next up, hypersonic weapons. Hypersonic missiles travel at speeds greater than Mach 5, which is 5 times the speed of sound. That's over 3,800 miles per hour. These weapons are nearly impossible to intercept with existing missile defense systems. Russia's Kinzhal and Zircon missiles, China's DF-ZAF glide vehicle, and the US hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept, HIWC, are leading the charge in this domain. What makes hypersonic missiles truly terrifying is not just their speed, but also their maneuverability. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles that follow a predictable arc, hypersonic missiles can change direction mid-flight, making them extremely hard to track or shoot down. Now let's talk about laser weapons. Directed energy weapons, like high-energy lasers, are being developed as a cost-effective way to intercept incoming threats. Lasers can shoot down drones, missiles, and even mortars in midair. The US Navy has already tested a 60-kilowatt laser system aboard the USS Ponce. Unlike conventional guns, lasers travel at the speed of light and don't require traditional ammunition, just electricity. One advantage of laser systems is the virtually unlimited ammo. As long as the power source is functioning, the laser can keep firing. That's a game changer in prolonged engagements. Another futuristic concept now becoming a reality is railguns. Railguns use electromagnetic force to launch projectiles at extremely high velocities. Instead of using gunpowder, they use electricity to propel metal slugs at speeds over Mach 6. These weapons can destroy targets through sheer kinetic energy, no explosives needed. Although the US Navy paused development on its railgun project in 2021, research continues in several countries. The potential for long-range, high-speed, low-cost strikes keeps this concept very much alive. Let's move on to artificial intelligence. AI is playing an increasingly critical role in modern warfare. AI algorithms now analyze massive amounts of battlefield data in real time, helping commanders make faster and more accurate decisions. AI is also at the heart of autonomous weapons, machines that can identify, track, and potentially eliminate targets without human intervention. This raises major ethical concerns, and the debate around killer robots is ongoing. But the technology is advancing, whether we're ready or not. AI systems are already being used for threat detection, logistics, surveillance, and even cyber warfare. Speaking of cyber warfare, it's one of the most important and invisible weapons of modern times. Cyber weapons don't fire bullets or missiles. Instead, they cripple enemy infrastructure by hacking power grids, financial systems, or military communication networks. In 2010, the Stuxnet virus, allegedly developed by the US and Israel, damaged Iran's nuclear program without a single shot being fired. That was just the beginning. Today, cyber units exist in almost every major military. They operate behind the scenes, conducting espionage, launching ransomware attacks, and creating digital chaos. Some even argue that the next world war may begin in cyberspace, not on land. Let's talk about exoskeletons and soldier enhancement. Militaries around the world are exploring the use of robotic exoskeletons, wearable machines that enhance a soldier's strength, endurance, and speed. These suits allow troops to carry heavier loads over longer distances and can even assist with aiming and recoil management. Companies like Lockheed Martin are developing systems like the ONYX suit, which supports the knees and legs to reduce fatigue. The idea is to create super soldiers, faster, stronger, and more efficient on the battlefield. Another advanced technology gaining traction is swarm robotics. Swarm drones are small, inexpensive units that work together using AI to overwhelm enemy defenses. Instead of sending one large drone, the military can release 100 small ones. They communicate and adjust tactics in real time, making them hard to stop. China, the US, and India have all demonstrated swarm drone capabilities. This concept mimics nature, like how a swarm of bees can take down a much larger predator. Space-based weapons are also entering the conversation. While the idea of satellites shooting lasers may still sound like science fiction, the militarization of space is already happening. Satellites are now equipped to jam communications, disable enemy satellites, and provide real-time battlefield intelligence. Countries are developing anti-satellite missiles and space surveillance systems to dominate this new domain. The US Space Force was created to manage and protect American assets in space. Other nations are following suit, signaling a new kind of arms race above our heads. Let's not forget robotics and unmanned ground vehicles. Autonomous ground systems are being developed to transport supplies, evacuate the wounded, or engage in combat. These robotic platforms reduce risk to human soldiers and increase operational efficiency. Russia has showcased the Uran 9, a combat robot equipped with machine guns and anti-tank missiles. The US and China are also testing various versions of armed and unarmed robotic systems. Another emerging field is biotechnology and warfare. This includes everything from gene editing to bioenhanced soldiers. Military researchers are exploring the potential of CRISPR technology to enhance physical and cognitive abilities or create vaccines on the battlefield. Synthetic biology might even allow for self-healing materials, biosensors that detect toxins, or bacteria engineered to degrade enemy infrastructure. Finally, we arrive at one of the most revolutionary shifts: network-centric warfare. In simple terms, this means connecting all elements of the battlefield: soldiers, vehicles, drones, satellites, and command centers into a single network. The goal is seamless communication and real-time data sharing. This Internet of Military Things allows for faster decision-making and more precise coordination. 5G technology and satellite internet are accelerating this trend. Picture a scenario where a satellite spots a tank, sends the data to a drone, which relays targeting information to a ground unit, all in a matter of seconds. Modern warfare is no longer just about who has the biggest army or the most tanks. It's about who can gather, process, and act on information the fastest. From AI and drones to hypersonic missiles and space weapons, the battlefield of today is smarter, faster, and more complex than ever before. As these technologies evolve, they're not just changing how wars are fought, they're changing the very nature of conflict itself.